better health for everybody, every day. Transforming lives, 3 minutes at a time. Listen up. This is your daily health tip from The Good Company.
Hey everybody, welcome back to today's health tip. This is Melissa from The Good Company. We are going to mix things up this week. We are going to do a deep dive all week into Lyme disease. It is Lyme Disease Awareness Month. For those of you who don't know, I have had chronic Lyme disease now for the past 9 years. I spent years trying to find a diagnosis. I continue to treat this disease right now. I am in remission. And choosing to focus on wellness instead of my illness by doing this daily podcast for everybody. It has really helped me focusing on wellness, and I hope it's helping you as well. Lyme disease is the fastest growing infectious bacterial disease in the U.S. It is most known for being transmitted by ticks. However, more and more studies are showing that mosquitoes biting flies and spiders can also give you Lyme disease, and what are commonly referred to as co-infections. Co-infections include Babesia, Bartonella, Mycoplasma pneumoniae, Rocky Mountain spotted fever. When people say Lyme disease, they are generally referring to an infection from a Borrelia burgdorferi bacteria, but more than half of patients sick with Lyme disease also show infection with one of those co-infections I just mentioned. Ticks are most often carried by both deer and white-footed mice, and we're going to get into it later this week, how to protect yourself against both deer and mice carrying these ticks. Although people may think of Lyme disease as an East Coast of the U.S. disease, it is found in every state in this country, as well as in more than 80 countries across the globe. 1 in 3 ticks now carry a tick-borne disease in New England, or the Northeast USA, and in fact, Pennsylvania is the number 1 state with the most reported cases. It's very difficult to diagnose Lyme disease. Testing often shows false negatives. Some labs are better than others. We're going to talk about that as well when we get into testing. Symptoms vary, guys, from swollen, painful joints to headaches to a summer flu. Flu season is not typically in the summer, and I always tell people who have had a summer flu that continues to linger with things like headaches, fatigue, paralysis, neuropathy, which is tingling, some nerve stuff, to get tested at one of the recommended Lyme labs, because a summer flu is not normal. So for me, my symptoms started with the left side of my body going numb, followed by migraine headaches and then fatigue. I have a friend who developed a sudden deep depression that was finally diagnosed as Lyme disease. I have a friend that went temporarily blind from Lyme disease. The problem is the symptoms are so varied. So we need to advocate for ourselves, guys. If you are not feeling well, if you have been not feeling well, if you have been diagnosed with something like multiple sclerosis and medication is not helping you, I really recommend a good Lyme lab and good Lyme testing. We're going to deep dive all week into Lyme disease. For right now, guys, if you are suffering lingering problems, your health is not on the right track, I am going to recommend the book for you that helped me to understand what I had and how to treat it. It's by Dr. Richard Horowitz. It's called Why Can't I Get Better? I'll leave that for you all in the show notes today. And it's also on our Wellness Warrior checklist on Amazon. So fasten your seatbelts. There is a lot to learn. We are going to talk about the ubiquitous bullseye rash, finding a doctor, tick removal and testing, and prevention. It is prime season for baby nymph ticks right now, which are the size, guys, of a poppy seed. Also, join me over on Instagram on my stories. I'm going to be talking all about Lyme all week long. Tomorrow, we'll talk about tick removal and testing. So listen in, share with others, and prevention is the key.